So as Kyle begins to get unbuckled in victory lane, we'll hear from him in just a minute. First, our Trim Spa Be Envied moment, and that's going to be for Martin Truex for coming back from 38th place to get a 4th place finish out of the night and protect most all of his lead in the NASCAR Busch Series Championship. We'll hear from the winner and some of the other top finishers when we come back in just a minute. Kyle Busch has won at Indianapolis Raceway Park. We'll hear from him next on TNT.
Next, let's go! All right, now you know you're supposed to stop in the pit.
Not all real car guys have what it takes to work in the pits. But at least they have one thing in common. They choose AC Delco when they want to do the job right.
All right, let's take a break.
Real car guys know AC Delco.
Whoa, let me show you.
You know what this family needs to do. Rip and dip.
Nothing livens up the ripping and dipping like Pizza Hut's Twisted Crust Pizza. Look at that. Breadsticks baked right into the crust. It's twisted fun. Get a large one-topping Twisted Crust Pizza with your choice of 2 delectable dipping sauces for just $10.99. With a soft breadstick crust, you can start your family ripping and dipping, tearing and sharing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not done ripping and dipping.
Yeah! You can only have fun like this when you gather around the good stuff.
Another man with too much time on his hands and not enough dirt under his fingernails. Save the tracksuit for a day at the track and adhere to the following fitness program. 1 household chore, 1 Miller High Life Light, and repeat.
Introducing TGI Fridays Bigger, Better Atkins Approved menu, including new Chicken La Boca and new Key West Grouper, plus sizzling chicken with broccoli. It's all part of the Bigger, Better Atkins Approved menu, only at TGI Fridays.
Now that I've tried Advil Liquid Gels, I know what Liquid Fast Relief really is. Advil Liquid Gels rush liquid relief right to my headache. They have real liquid inside. No other brand has that. No one. Advil Liquid Gels. Liquid Fast Headache Relief.
Wrangler 5-star relaxed fit premium quality denim. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
Another good one tonight at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And now for our Reese's Victory Lane interview. Marty Snider's with Kyle Busch.
And it's a happy Victory Lane, Alan. 19-year-old Kyle Busch gets out and does a little celebrating. Imagine that. And douses the crew with a little beverage. A hug from car owner Rick Hendrick. How worried were you about that car behind you, Johnny Sauter? You said you want to know where he was. Were you mirror driving or were you driving out of the windshield?
Well, I wouldn't lie to you. I was worried about where he was and if he was catching us or not, but I looked up in the mirror and I saw him catching, so I started looking at the racetrack and I started pulling away. That's what you get. Johnny Sauter, he should have won 2 races in a row this weekend, but that's to these Lowe's guys back here, man. They made it possible, and they won here last year. All they did was change the driver, so we had to do it again.
You came on the radio with about 20 to go, said this car has gotten tight. I don't know what's wrong with it. Were you worried at that point?
I wasn't rotating in the center the way I needed to anymore, but you know, I've changed my line a little bit, and I also gotten clean air out in the lead, and that's what really helped. It made this pin the nose, and you know, I want to thank Shopback, Pella Windows, Gladiator Garage Works, and of course all the other associates that are on board with us. It's been awesome, and I wish we could have got Briggs and Stratton one more last win, but we'll get them. We're not worried yet.
Talk about the month of July for this race team. So difficult. You lost 132. It's over, yeah. Yeah, but you lost 132 points in 5 races. How did you guys keep your composure?
We just had to throw everything behind us, you know. I mean, it was really a tough stretch for us because we were always, you know, like, man, when are we going to get out of this slump? But, you know, we won at Kentucky, but we also wrecked one that weekend, and then we just had 5, 4, whatever bad finishes in a row, and you know, here we are back at IRP with a win, so hopefully we can go on to next week. I don't even know where we're going, but hopefully we can get a top 5 there.
Doesn't really matter at this point, does it? Because he's in victory. Last year it was Brian Vickers, this year Kyle Busch, but same result, 5-car in victory lane at IRP. Mark?
Well, Marty, I'm with the guy he is chasing for that championship, Martin Truex Jr. Martin, first talk about what happened at the beginning of the race, what you thought about NASCAR's call, and what does it say about this race team to fight back for a fourth-place finish?
Well, first off, the green flag, I thought when the green flag was out, you're supposed to go, apparently somebody else didn't know that, so it got us behind, but it's what Bono and this team's capable of. We never give up, and we didn't give up all night, ran hard, and thought I was going to get a third there at the end, and something happened to the car with about 6 or 7 to go when I got up under Leffler, and this vibration was real bad, and I could barely hold on to it. So it was great to get a fourth-place finish, but real disappointed. I think we had a better car than that tonight.
Alan, there's no question he passed more cars than anybody else tonight as well.
As far back as 38th at one point, and the championship leader comes up with a fourth-place finish. So Kyle Busch has won tonight at Indianapolis Raceway Park. We have yet to come for you the final standings and a look at the championship as they head on to Michigan in a couple of weeks.
TNT Monday, an all-new episode of The Grid. Juliana Margulies, Dylan McDermott, an elite task force with one mission.
Yes, Mr. President. It is definitely a clear and present danger.
To uncover the grid of terror.
You've been abetting a terrorist in his plan to kill Americans.
It's on, go!
The Grid, an all-new limited series. See it Mondays at 9 after Law & Order. Only on TNT.
They want us to be afraid. We can't let that happen.
There's a place not many people know how to get to. It's not found on any map. There are no road signs. But when you get there, you'll know. Head for the mountains of Busch Beer.
Is it true that you guys do more brake jobs than anyone else?
Yes.
And are my pads and shoes really guaranteed for as long as I own my car?
Yes.
Even if it's 20 more years?
Absolutely.
Do you ever cry at weddings?
No.
It's peak driving season. Come to Midas for great value and service every day. Lifetime guaranteed brake pads or shoes are just $89.95 installed. And they're guaranteed for as long as you own your car. For mechanics known for their work and their word.
Trust the Midas touch.
Wherever you go, you've got NASCAR news, stats, and live racing on your phone or online with exclusive content on AOL and NASCAR.com to go.
Hold that, please.
Thanks. Floor?
Oh, Gordon, please.
NASCAR Day is coming to work.
Labani, huh?
Yep.
To be a part of the first ever NASCAR Day on August 20th, just wear your favorite NASCAR gear to work in exchange for a $5 donation to the Victory Junction Gang Camp, a proud charity of NASCAR. Get details at NASCAR.com.
Back to fun, back to taste, back to quality, back to value. Shake's Frozen Custard in Jonesboro has what you're looking for. Take Me Back Sundays will tempt your taste buds any day of the week. Also, try one of our Big Bopper Sundays.
Oh, baby, that's what I like.
For a solid taste, get a concrete with your choice of toppings blended with delicious frozen custard. Have a cow, man. Not that kind of cow. Have one of ours. Frozen custard blended with your favorite soft drink. Let Shakes take you back with premium ice cream to the way ice cream was meant to taste.
Become the fantasy and journey to a catalog beaming with sacred swords from your favorite films and TV shows. Like Duncan's Katana and MacLeod swords from the Highlander. For the first time ever, the Kurgan sword. Xena's mysterious warrior princess and chakram swords. The Hercules gladiator sword. Or Conan's unparalleled Atlantean sword. Order your precious swords. Get your free sword catalog and embrace your weapon.
NASCAR Busch Series racing from Indianapolis Raceway Park on TNT, brought to you by Pizza Hut. Rip, dip, tear, and share your way to family fun with the Twisted Crust Pizza from Pizza Hut. Gather around the good stuff. By new Castrol GTX Startup Motor Oil. By Advil Liquid Gels. They rush liquid relief where it hurts. Advil Liquid Gels, liquid fast. And by Wrangler, makers of Wrangler Jean Company, a new generation of Wrangler. Kyle Busch has won tonight, outrunning Johnny Sauter over the final laps here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Let's hear from tonight's runner-up with Mark.
Well, Johnny, are you a frustrated runner-up or a happy second-place finisher?
I don't know yet. Good news is Carl Wagner and everybody did a great job in the motor shop this week, and motor held together for us. We dominated all night. I thought we made the right calls in the pits with our Clean X Pontiac, and versus last night, I think we made the wrong decision not taking tires, but nonetheless, we finished runner-up both times, and it's a good run. I mean, those guys have worked really hard at Bruco Motorsports in the pits, and they've been practicing pit stops. We struggled a little bit earlier in the year, and I gave them all I had tonight. We just didn't have enough time. That last set of tires was a little bit too tight, and I just could not get the run that I needed. And hats off to Kyle Busch. He did a great job. I just want to thank all our sponsors, United States Postal Service. Marsh was on the rear quarter panels this week.
Alan, he could have won 2 nights in a row instead. Again, he gets a pair of runner-ups.
I think if you'd have told him coming into the weekend you'd finish second 2 nights in a row on 2 nights of racing, he'd have been okay with that. The way things turned out, probably a little disappointed. And we check the final results of tonight's Kroger 200.
See, Greg Biff was able to get back to the 5th position after making that late pit stop.
Top 10 for Kenny Wallace. Nice top 10 for Casey Atwood as well.
You see 18 cars on the lead lap. Stacy Compton, the last car. Reed Sorensen in his first race for Chip Ganassi finishes 13th.
And a little deeper on, some of the drivers that had trouble. Michael Waltrip running in the top 10 earlier, wound up finishing 3 laps down.
And we see Jeff Fuller back in 39th. Tina Gordon will finish 40th. Tim Fiedel at that hard crash 34th.
And Herbie Sadler will get 43rd as first out of the race involved in an early crash. Championship standings now as the NASCAR Busch Series heads into an off weekend next weekend. Then it's on to Michigan International Speedway in 2 weeks. It is a 117-point lead for Martin Truex Jr. over Kyle Busch.